hate making these kinds of videos, honestly. Hey guys, Marshall7. It's Will Marshall. Today's a little bit of a different video. Today I want to tell y'all something I've been hiding for the last couple weeks, mainly because I was not ready to share it yet. because, I've had because over the last week and a half, this has been a little bit hard for me. You could probably figure out what it is by now, but it's been it's been hard for me the last couple weeks. I mean, yeah, but like, I feel like I should just tell y'all this now because like everyone knows at this point. People know at this point. All my family knows about it at this point. I hate making these kinds of videos, but I figured that's. But I've been hiding this for like 11 days now, mainly because I was not ready to share it yet. I didn't feel comfortable sharing it yet. But I figured I think I'm finally gonna stand up and share it to y'all. Cause yeah. So I just figured I should tell y'all now. So last week on Tuesday, June 14th, 2022, my grandfather passed away. It's been hard without him. He's my grandfather on my dad's side. He was such a great guy. I loved him to death. He got baptized late in his life. Yeah, he passed away a week and a half ago. It was Tuesday, June 14th. I just want to tell you all this right now, mainly because I'm just ready to get this off my chest. Honestly, no disrespect or anything. But yeah, but this is really the first. This is the first I've ever had to handle a family death. In my 14 and a half year life to this point. Yeah, but his funeral was today, so I just figured the same day of the funeral, just why not tell y'all now? Why not just tell y'all now? But it's been hard for me. I cried at the funeral. It was sad. I mean, he lived. I mean, not he was such a good grandfather. I mean, yeah, he died pretty early. Unfortunately, he died when he was 70 when he died, which is, if you think about it, it is pretty young to die. Um, some people live until like in their 90s and 80s. Like my great grandfather is 86 and he's still living. No disrespect or anything, but like yeah. He was born February 7th, 1952, and he died June 14th, 2022. We're saying it's natural causes, because unfortunately he died in his sleep, so he didn't know that he was gonna die. It was very sudden and I was like, oh my god, he died. But he's been I don't even know how to say this. He's been through a lot in his life. He obviously did some now in his adulthood. He did some bad stuff, unfortunately. No disrespect. But as his life went on, he became he improved himself he improved on himself. He was such a great grandfather. He had 5 grandkids. Me and four of my cousins. He had 3 kids, which one of them includes my dad. Yeah, of course. My dad's in there. And then my 2 aunts are in there on that side. And then they had kids. I'm the only one. One actually technically. So my aunt Amanda, she had 3 kids. She had she had them not yeah. She had them a little bit of an unusual time for life, but she has improved as a person as well. She's never really a bad person anyway. Like she had, like my cousin Patrick, my grandma took care of him. My cousin Jenna, my aunt Nikki took care of him. I mean her, excuse me. Sorry. and then my cousin Michael, which she took care of. But even though, yeah, having kids a lot, I mean, it's great, but she just got engaged, which is I'm very very happy for her. Also with a very cool, good man too. He's a very cool man. He just got she just got engaged a couple weeks ago. No wedding plans yet, but very happy for her. Yeah, and yeah, um, the thing he loved the most was family. Now, before I get to that, he loved red beans and rice. I mean, that was his favorite thing. He loved that so much. Like whenever he cooked up red beans and rice, then come then invite me. Sorry, I'm not. I have a little trouble speaking sometimes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. And then my aunt Nikki had one kid, even though she took raised two. And then my dad had one, me. Yeah. But my grandfather also really loved LSU. That's why I'm wearing this today, because we wore this at his funeral. Also have jeans on today, which is in his honor, obviously. Even though it's 100 degrees outside of Texas right now. Now, if I would have made this like, no disrespect, if I would have made this like 5 hours earlier, I would have been in tears. So I just want to get this. So I didn't want to make that at the time because I was afraid like it would not. It would. I want to get the message straightforward enough. So I just decided to make it now. Because like, I'm kind of relieved. I mean, obviously, I'll never be over the death. You can't get over death. It's yeah, that's something you'll never get over. But it's okay to move on, which I am moving on. No disrespect. He'll always be in my heart. He may not be with me us physically. He will be with me in my heart forever. Yeah, but yeah, But anyways, my grandfather he loved LSU Tigers. I remember on this. No, I think it was like November 9th. Yeah, it was November 9th, 2019. He came. I didn't really know at the time. Him and his wife, my grandma, they came to my house, my old house actually. Um, and we watched the LSU Alabama game together, which was during this season when they went 15-0. And I remember they won, and we were just so happy that day. I'll never forget that. That was an amazing day. But yeah, but the thing he loved the most was family. He didn't have much friends. He mainly had his family. He got married to the love of his life, my grandmother. Um, and then he had kids. Yeah, he had my dad and my two aunts. And got to see so much from them. He got to see my dad get married to my mom. Um, and like he saw he saw like sorry, it's a little hard. And then he saw him at and then he saw my mom have write her books and all. And saw my dad um basically doing amazing in his job. Like he made so many friends at his job, which he still has to this day. Like a lot of them came to the funeral today. One came, I think one came from Wichita. Like literally drove from there, which is very generous of him. And then he also had the lot. And then I'll talk about the grandchildren in a second. And you saw my aunt Nikki get married to the love of her life, my uncle John, who's from Pakistan. And then you see John work at the Texaco, which he still does today, which is yeah, it's amazing. And then my aunt Nikki become an amazing mom to technically one kid, but it was two kids that she raised. Yeah, and then she got to see, excuse me, and then he got to see my cousin Amanda. I'm so sorry. Um, it's hard for me to make these kinds of videos, honestly. No, he got to see my cousin. I keep on calling cousin. I swear. He got to see his daughter Amanda, his other daughter. He got to see him. She got to see her. She got to see her go through life and all, an amazing life, and and she got the and even better in the best moment probably, her like Mike and Amanda so inspired him to get baptized, and then he also got to see Amanda get engaged to my future uncle, who's gonna become my uncle, to the guy who's gonna become my uncle soon, my uncle Calvin, who's a very generous man. Um, let's see, yeah, and then he got to see his grandkids. I got to see my cousin Jenna graduate and get a scholarship to college, which just happened this year actually. Her graduation party was a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I didn't miss it because I was in St. Louis at the time for NASCAR race. Yeah, got to see my cousin Michael grow up and get that pet lizard, which is amazing. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the funeral today. I think he was just too scared, which I understand. Um, yeah, and then you got to see me play my shows, grow up, and all. So that's very touching to me. Just got to see my cousin Layla play volleyball games and see her just grow up. And then my cousin Patrick, who you got to see him get a girlfriend and work as a moving company. Yeah, and then he got to see his and then he got to see him Nikki's dog Cooper, who's same kind of dog as mine. You got to see him and enjoyed him and then he got to see. Unfortunately, he never got to meet him in person. He got to see my dog Leonard with pictures, and he loved it. Yeah, it's just a little. It's just very touching now. Actually, it's very sad, but yeah. But I know my grandfather. He is fully healed, and I know he's in heaven, and he's back with his parents who passed away a couple years ago. Actually, a long time ago, but like I know he's in heaven in a very good place right now. And he was a great man. Rest in peace. No, obviously, like, sorry, just, yeah, I don't want to cry, yeah, although it's okay to cry. But, like, it's been kind of hard the last couple weeks. My dad's been crying nonstop. I didn't cry until, like, today after the funeral. Like, when the funeral ended, I was in tears. I never thought the last time I'd see him would be on Easter Sunday, where after I got baptized. And I never thought that would be the last time I'd ever see him. I never thought the last time I would text him would be saying that my dad has AT&T, which is, yeah. But my papa lived through so many good things, great things. Got to see his grandchildren, his children too. Yeah. I'm not a very emotional person, honestly. Like I don't. It's hard for me to show emotion, honestly. But at the end of the funeral, I showed it. I showed my emotion. I didn't cry until that time. And crying is okay. I know he may not be with us in person, but he'll forever be with us in our hearts. And he is with God and Jesus and probably living a very good time there and hell heaven. Excuse me, not hell. He's for sure not in hell. He would never be in hell. He is in heaven with a very with God and Jesus with very open arms. He got baptized late in his life, so that's at least something. Man, that's hard, man. But like, I'm sorry. This is such a negative video. Like, I've never really had to deal with this stuff, honestly. Which, but this is like the first time I had to deal with like a major death in my family. It's, it's just sad. Yeah, rest in peace, my grandfather. He's a great man. It's been kind of hard. I figured that's out. I figured it out at drum. I found out at drum camp, and then Father's Day. It was a very carried heavy hearts with us for Father's Day because he was a father to my dad and my two aunts. These are my dad's sisters. Yeah, and that was the oldest one. But it's just it's very sad to see what happened. Um, well, sorry. Sorry. It's hard for me to do this. I'm very happy to see him. Obviously, it's very sad to see him dead, but at the same time, I think he's doing very good in heaven. Papa, if you're listening right now, I love you so much and I miss you, and I hope you're doing great in heaven. Amen. Oh man, I'm not really I'm not religious or anything. Like, obviously, I believe in God and all, but like, it's just if I'm not very good at it, I'm so sorry. I'm just never had to do something like this. It's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, it's just hard. But but the things that bring me joy the most, get away from these situations, one of the things, YouTube. That's why I've not stopped uploading. Honestly, no disrespect or anything. Honestly, to be honest with you, I've actually think about it, kind of uploaded it in his respect, honestly, because I think he would have wanted me to kept on doing what I'm doing. I never told him about my YouTube channel, unfortunately, but I keep it a little bit private, honestly, mainly because I don't really know why. Honestly, I'm a little shy to share it, even though I'm nowhere near shy on the internet, at least in this way. But I know he would have told me to keep on going. That's why we've been uploading. I know if I have not been acting normal in the last couple weeks, in like the last week or two, that's why. That's why it's been not as normal. I think I've been acting the same on videos, but like, I just know in my mind, just know that it's hard. And at first, it's like really hard to take it, and once life goes on, it's still sad to not have him here, but like, you move on from life and then you focus on new things and just know he's there or she's there, whoever died. Like anything, honestly, like not just my grandfather, like Taylor Hawkins, for an example. He's still here with us in our hearts, and he is with God. He's with God, and God's treating him very well. Him or her, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this, but it's just sad to deal with. Now, I can assure you, I am not J stationing. That's for sure. I'm not faking. I would never, ever, ever do that. That's cruel if you fake someone's death. This is a real death, and it's hard to take in. I love my papa so much, and I always miss him. Y'all guys bring me joy the most. That's how I've been like trying to get it. That's how how do I put this? That's how I've been like trying to focus on positive things. I always look for the positivity in things. Obviously, there's not much in death, but at least you're probably with God. Yeah, unless it's like Hitler's death, where they're definitely in hell. Like Hitler's death was probably a good thing, but like obviously, yeah. But these kind of death was just an innocent person who did a lot for his family, his life. They deserve to go to heaven after. Even if people start out not a rocky beginning, which kind of like my grandpa did, and then transformed and got baptized and became a great person, God has fully forgiven him. That's what the pastor said today. And I will always keep that in my heart. Yeah. But he was a great man, great grandfather, and he's always with me in my heart. Yeah. The day I found out, I just felt so numb that day. And I was like, how could this happen? And I looked at, I started to like move, like, how do I put this? I start to like try not to focus on the bad things on this. Obviously, there's not. Obviously, it's a bad thing that someone died, but at least but I know that he's in heaven and he's with his back with his parents, which he's been looking forward to. Yeah, but unfortunately, death is you can't get away from. Like, no one's figured out how to be immortal yet, and that day is not going to come for a long time, unfortunately. But that's okay, because even if you do die, you go to heaven. At least if you're a good person. So just know that my grandfather is in a great place. Sorry, but I just want to tell you about this now. That way I can like move on and start a new chapter of my life, because I've been wanting to do that even in general for a while. Yeah, because I've been like I literally just like left performance group because like personal reasons, honestly. Like, it's a mix of my schedule's busy and it's no disrespect, but it's not the same anymore. Honestly, COVID and all affected that, but yeah. But my grandfather lived through the hardest of times, but he was always a positive man. Donald Griffin Sr. was his name, which is why my dad's name is Donald Griffin Jr. I know I'm not Donald Griffin III, but I will always miss him, and he'll forever be in my hearts, in our hearts, and my heart too, especially. Yeah. Whenever I eat red beans, I'll think of him. What the positivity he brought in life. Yeah, but yeah, it's been hard without him. It's been not the greatest times. It's been unprecedented for us, and for my family. Anyways, y'all, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This is every like on this video is a prayer for my grandfather, and every subscriber is a prayer as well, because I love him and I miss him so much. Rest in peace. Unfortunately, he won't be with us physically. I know he's with God, and God's taking care of him with open arms, and he'll be forever in our hearts. And we'll have a piece of him once the ashes come in. Just he's always be with us. Anyways, sorry to make this video. I just feel like I need to get it out here now, and I want to pay even more respects to my grandfather, because he lived a great life, and yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow. Like, even if you deal with death like personally, or even like in any kind of way, I know how hard it is to deal with it. Unless the person's really bad, I know how hard it is. It's hard to move on. Unfortunately, death is part of life, but that doesn't mean we can't look at the positives. He's in Your family member is in heaven, including my grandfather, and he'll always be with us in our hearts. And all your family members who passed away will always be in your heart. Yeah, yeah. But that's really all I want to get off my chest in this video. I just feel like I need to make it at some point. I've been wanting to keep it private for the last couple weeks, mainly because I wasn't ready to share it yet, but now I feel comfortable to share it. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, rest in peace, my grandfather. 1952 to 2022. He was a great man. Always miss him. Anyways, thank y'all for watching this. It means a lot. Like it really means a lot. It means a lot in the heart. Yeah. Especially this video. I lost someone who meant a lot in my life. Anyways, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day. And goodbye. See y'all in the next one. Peace. And rest in peace, my grandfather. Bye.